Hello, students. This is Dr. Mike Jimenez, and you are taking Theology 200, which is an intro class to theology. So, the way the class is structured is each week we are going to be going over pretty much a major theological topic, and you're going to be working that out in weekly modules, which contain a discussion forum, which you all will be talking to each other through these forums, going over different assignments. All the assignments are can be found on these weekly discussion forums. So links to other writings, videos, and stuff like that I put in for each week. The books you're going to need for the class. The first one is this one here by Beth Felker Jones, Practicing Christian Doctrine. And this one is topical, basically about 20 or so pages, covering a major topic like the doctrine of God, the doctrine of Christ, doctrine of the end times, doctrine of church, stuff like that. So each week you'll be going over that. So you need to get this book like immediately. There will be two quizzes, a midterm and a final. They'll be found on Canvas that you'll have a week to complete midterm about midway through the semester, and then the final is obviously due at the end of finals week. So that and the discussion forums make up the bulk of the class. And finally, since it's Theology 200, instead of having you do a paper, you're going to be writing more of a short, about 2 to 3 page analysis of two different texts. So the first text you're going to be doing it on is a classic work of Christian theology. So it's like really old, a couple hundred years after Christ. But this is Athanasius on the Incarnation. This is my copy. I think the one the bookstore has is a different book, but same book. And as you can see, it's sort of a thin book, but it's an older theology, so definitely the language is a little different. So that's the first little 2 to 3 page analysis paper you're going to do. And I will be providing some like reading tips and reading questions to help you as you're working your way through that book. The other theology text, which is more modern contemporary, is this one, Cross and Lynching Tree by James Cone. And this book I've been using since I've been teaching the class. In fact, my book, which is also assigned for the class, covers Cone as well. So, and Cone's work as more contemporary, I wanted to give you a chance to kind of work through theology and the social, cultural world that we're all familiar with and struggling through, I guess you could say. Okay, so that's the basics of Theology 200. You have the 2 exams. You have pretty much weekly discussion boards, forums, and then you have the 2 papers, small paper that you're doing, and more on the as you're going along, working through the module each week. Hopefully, things will start becoming more familiar, and we're all going this theology journey together.